Yeah, I was looking at the news and a lot of news coming out um surrounding who's Ennis. I seen a lot of names calling out Jaron Ennis recently. When I thought about it, a lot of it was clout chase, but a couple of names. I don't think I got on this picture, but some other names might be around there, but I don't think it was some of these names. I think when Tiafimo, if he fight, he's fighting with Turkey Al right now, so that's definitely realistic. But what surprised me was Adamas. Is it still up? Is it still up there? No, that ain't it. Where is the picture at? With Carlos Adamas. Is this it? Yeah, Carlos Adamas. Very upset. And I had thought about that recently. I was like, hey, who's who's can do something at 160? I wasn't thinking about 154 like that because, for some reason I did think about that. And Carlos Adamas is a guy who just came up from 54 recently. Not too long ago, not like recently, but not too long ago. So that could happen. But that's not an easy fight though. Definitely not. But yeah, from what I seen, people saying Norman Jr. was ducking Boots. But shoot, Boots got Virgil Ortiz. Adamas just said something. I know Haney want the he'll open to the fight in the future. Uh Conwell open to the fight in the future. Most of these guys are saying that. Tiafimo. It's a lot of names. It's a couple of names I'm leaving off that could be on here too. I still ain't got Barrios on here. I don't know if he's, I'm talking about fights that can for sure happen. There's a lot of people still saying that that's a maybe. So I don't know. We got to see. But Boots had a spectacular performance. I think a lot of people, I don't know. I think that Karen fight had a lot of people confused because he did perform well in the Abernesian fight. People say he got hit too much. And then in the Karen fight, the second one, I don't know. It was I don't know what people was thinking after that fight. Cause this one, people was like surprised by the performance a little bit. Nah, he's definitely a beast. It's a reason why his name is mentioned with Crawford. It's a reason why. Like, don't get it twisted. I think people get it confused. It's a reason why. But yeah, like I said, when that fight with him and Virgil Ortiz, I don't know why people was thinking about that. As far as a duck, if he's going at 47, that was the only thing I was thinking about. People saying Boots was ducking at the Ortiz fight. I mean, the fight ain't happened. In my eyes, from what I seen, because I seen Ortiz say, "Nah, we gonna in the future, we're gonna build that fight up or whatever." Boom, that was a real answer. I'm like, cool. He gave a real answer. I was like, I can respect that. But on the other hand, when Boots said something like, "Nah, I'm thinking about 54 then 47," people like, "Oh man," I'm like, bro, what? That was a real answer, bro. What are you talking about? These people be tripping over a real answer these days. They ask for the answer, then they get it, then they confused. But yeah, he gonna have plenty of options, bro. Trust me. Eventually, everybody want to see the fight between him and Crawford because that's Terrence Crawford. But if that fight don't happen, you still got other names. Look at the Norman fight, just like that. People want to see it bad. That's one of the top fights in boxing right now. So just like that, a fight can get built up as long as they cash in on not the fighters, but as far as the networks and everybody, as far as they cash in on time, they ain't got to build too many fights up. I think that fight built up right on time. Yeah, it's definitely a good time to make that fight right now. But yeah, Adamas was saying some words about a fight with Boots. I'm like 60, but he over there with Turkey, so you could say it's not possible, but then you never know. These days, can't say stuff like that no more. It's a different time now. So these days, you can't really say what you used to as far as, nah, that fight ain't possible. We've already had Morrell. Then you got Canelo and Crawford sign. Bro, any fight can get made. Any fight can get made. Especially when they had already Boots in the offer to Conwell, him and Eddie Hearn to fight. Once I seen that, I was like, oh yeah. Hey, it was sent. That's better than nothing. That was better than nothing. That's why he up there. He said he was open to a future fight, so yeah, man, Conwell still a threat at 54 eventually. Guys gonna have to go past him at 54. Even though he's a contender, he's not champion yet, but as he's moving right now, that's gonna change very soon. He's definitely in the picture though. And then we got Haney with Ramirez coming up. People talking like he's not gonna show up in that fight, but yeah, I definitely think he's gonna show up. That's for sure. But yeah, I like how Boots had fought the other day, man. I don't know why people surprised by his performance. He's definitely one of the top guys in boxing. Um, at 47, I think that weight class just got woke up a little bit, with Stanionis and Norman in the mix. You got Barrio still, so things can happen. But 47 getting crazy. You got Haney and Garcia, Tiafimo coming up to 47 soon. Yeah, it's a lot of things happening. That weight class is definitely becoming one of the best. I don't think I talked about that much either. Thinking about it, that weight class definitely becoming one of the best. I know Boots gonna leave soon. Not gonna be able to fight everybody, but I'm glad he talked about people saying that he was weight drained. He like, man, people saying I'm weight drained. That's what I was saying. I'm like, bro, people tripping. They talking about this man weight drained this weekend. That's the craziest thing I heard this weekend. Well, last week. It was really last week. I was on Twitter and seen a couple of people. I just got off. I'm like, man, come on. They talking about this man weight drain. They saying the man weight drain. That's crazy. If he was weight drained, trust me, you would have known. They say everybody. Well, they don't say everybody weight drained. They look for certain fighters to be weight drained, I guess. But this man made weight. I know people that don't make weight. That don't get called weight drain. Yeah, that's crazy. That's probably because these guys ain't making weight. But yeah, that's crazy though. They definitely threw Boots under the bus with that one. But everybody calling him out, man. We already know the Virgil Ortiz fight situation happened. But I don't know what happened as far as um did somebody say something about the dumbest first and then but his name came up and you know he like how people was talking about him versus Boots going. And he was saying he just had one fight and that's crazy. I mean, no other fights people really talking about with the dumbest, so I'm not really surprised by that. I know people will say that's a 47-60. Yeah, I can understand that, but like I said, ain't no other fights that people are really looking at with Adamas, especially if he ain't fighting a gentleman. So yeah, he'll get compared to him. I don't know why. I don't know why the comparison, but when you look at it, it's a good one. That'll be a good fight. That'll definitely be a good fight. Yeah, that's something you can't overlook. Yeah, maybe that does happen in the future. You never know, man. With the way things go, I can see those guys fighting in a couple of years. Yeah, that could definitely be a fight. That's why I said Boots, he can line up a lot of good fights and he can end up with a resume better than a lot of guys. Matter of fact, if you really think about it, Boots' resume might be better than anybody in this era. As far as like the era, the Spence era. If he can put a lot of names on here, especially like every name on here, yeah, that'd be crazy. If he can do that, that'll be a good resume. And more. You never know though. Because you know Conwell is at 54, so I don't think all these names at 47 will happen. Possibly. It could though. You never like I said, you never know. But people was talking about the weighing in and stuff, but he didn't have like it didn't seem like he had a problem weighing in. He was cool. You can tell with some guys struggling to make weight, but yeah, to say he was having problems making weight and weight drain, no, I don't think so. He showed it too, had a lot of power. That's why the knockout came. Because he wasn't weight drain. When a guy drained like that, he ain't finna get a knockout. And have some quick work like Boots had. He had a burst. Like every time he was standing on it. Yeah, he was able to move and legs didn't look heavy. Yeah, he was on point. I don't know. From now on, we definitely shouldn't hear about him being weight drained in the future. But I seen everybody calling him out recently this week. Like I said before, I don't think every fight is possible at this point because, you know, I think every fight at 147 gotta mean something. It could be a big name, but at that point then, it could be a big name, but you know, he trying to fight for undisputed, so that'll be out of the way. Yeah, so I'm not for sure that would happen. Yeah, I do not think it will happen. But yeah, I don't know what Adamas gonna do in the future though. As far as right now, I think Boots, everybody as far as like Boots and Haney and these other guys, they got so many fights lined up right now. I mean, some of these guys might not even be in the picture by the time they finish fighting the fights they got scheduled with Turkey Allen Sheet. So a lot of this stuff just talk right now, as far as if it could happen this next year. But as far as with Boots, you know, anything could happen right now. With him and Eddie Hearn. But I hope he go for undisputed. I really do. Because if he doesn't get it, somebody will. At 47, it'll be easier then. A lot of the work will be already done, or um, there'll probably be a lot of guys moving up. But it's a lot of people moving up to 47 though. Yeah, he's gonna end up probably with one of the best resumes. Just because he's a little bigger already than guys like Tiafimo and everybody else. He'll be able to fight guys at like 47 and 54. Yeah, he gonna have a good resume. He's definitely gonna have one of the best resumes. That's why I was telling people, like, man, people say, yeah, he was ducking Boots. Ducking Virgil Ortiz. No, I don't think it's really no duck. If you're in two different weight classes right now at this time, you got a belt, fight for no belt, big name fight though. At this time, it can still happen. Because it could have happened already. It definitely could have happened already. So I was like, I'm not really tripping about that. And this is the reason why. There's still good fights to make it 47. I think that Norman Jr. fight has built up to a big fight. People want that fight more than they want the Stanionis fight. I mean, not Stanionis, but Barrios fight. Shoot, and Stanionis. And Barrios, to be honest with you. Yeah, they want to see that fight bad. They're not even asking about Crawford fight that much no more. They still ask about it, but Not as much as they did before. Yeah, man, this is gonna be a good year for boxing though. Already right now, it's a good year of boxing. Already right now. Oh, okay, bet. They got some news coming in. Man, Abdullah Mason staying busy, man. I knew that Floyd Schofield fight went real. Not as far as on his side, but Schofield, I knew that fight wasn't gonna happen. Yeah, the matchmaking for top rank is the same right now. Yeah, it's crazy. They got a lot of fight announcements. Oh yeah, you gonna fight that guy, okay. Yeah, I gotta remember that Kovalev fighting this weekend. Let me make sure I remember this. Yeah, this is the last fight too. He was talking crazy. That man Kovalev still bitter about that Andre Ward fight. Still bitter. What? Hold on, let me see this. Let me see. Nah. Eddie Hearn crazy. I will say what the man said. I'm gonna save it for later though. Eddie Hearn want to see That Boots and Crawford fight. I don't know, man. They would have pushed for a couple of years earlier. It definitely would have happened. Waiting around and pandemic pushed a lot of stuff back. You know, they still had Boots fight Clayton back then. So I knew it was gonna be a big hold up, man. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot of options the next couple of years. It's gonna be a lot of fights coming up. I know they starting to move. Canelo them fight and how long away that is? 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Starting to be a lot of things going on. A lot of big fights happening. Now you just reacting, man. Like too many things going on now. That's why I said the building up process. I think that's over with. I think that process is over. We've seen it too much over the last couple of years, and it's worked, but it ain't been no home runs though. I don't think it's been worth the wait. I think more from what I've seen in the past, fighting is more promotion than actual building something up. To be honest, because a lot of times people lose interest. Yeah, a lot of people definitely lose interest. Let's see if they got any news out. Yeah, I want to see Conway fight this weekend, man. I want to see what he's gonna do at 54. He should have been had an opportunity though. Yeah, I think Conway should have had his opportunity already. Insane what's going on. He number two in WBO right now. Oof. It's getting hot in the kitchen for real. Man, it's getting hot. Yeah, he's number two over there. Yeah, it's definitely different over there. And I know Bakary Shamak, he fight this weekend. That's another guy, 54. I don't know. If he was fighting Conwell this weekend, that would be a home run. I think the guy who Conwell fighting this weekend still ranked number 3, so it's not a bad fight. And he got some power. I seen the dude. He can fight. He could definitely fight. That's gonna be a good fight, man. But man, if we can ever see somebody like Boost and Conwell in the ring, that fight, it's a lot of fights we've seen with Boost's name over the last couple of months. Some real good fights if they ever happen. Most of them seem real, but depending on how everything fall in place, because people lose and things change, that'll be a real good fight. I thought Conwell would have fought Virgil Ortiz first though. Not already, but I mean possibly. Could have been already, but I know he would have definitely been okay fighting. Yeah, definitely one of the future faces. A lot of people gonna try to say Virgil Ortiz over him first, so you know how that's gonna work. They're gonna say he gotta fight first. It might be one of those fights like between him and Virgil Ortiz where they say he gotta fight first to prove who's the face. Like a Ryan and Tank situation. But I said a couple of weeks ago, man, that Virgil Ortiz and Boost fight is looking real good right now. And the only reason, like, it depends on certain situations. Now, if you got certain guys that's just fighting big fights, if it's not certain fights happening and it's other fights in the division or whatever division they in, it's cool. You can go with that. You said, go to what will never put Virgil in the ring with Conwell to ask for that fight. I seen shout out to Dominique, what's going on in Dirt Banks. I heard uh Bernard Hopkins say recently, Dominique, where he was like, if we ever do that fight, it's gonna be an in-house fight. From what I seen though, Dominique, the way they moving Conwell right now. I mean, Virgil Ortiz winning right now, so they ain't really got to worry about it. But if he want to be undisputed, yeah, that's a fight that's gonna have to happen for sure, for sure. I think right now they almost was forced to do it, but since they had Majamov and him step in, that kind of helped everything. But yeah, that fight, they definitely don't want that fight to happen right now. But he was almost close to doing it until he had some other options. Because PBC got a lot of 54s, and then they got it's not that many options right now at 54. So they was almost forced to do it. Cause I feel like Oscar, he don't want to be in no situation like with Charlo them or let these guys walk, especially Conwell. He don't want a guy like that to walk right now. He like when Conwell fight. If you pay attention to him when he's watching the fight, yeah, he be all into it. He's definitely a fan, so he ain't gonna want to see him walk. He know what time it is. But yeah, I gotta give Virgil credit though, man. He definitely want the smoke though. Him and Boots, so it's kind of like it is what it is in that fight. But I felt like they ain't want to put him in the ring with Conwell though. I felt like Golden Boy ain't want to, but Virgil Ortiz, he'll jump in the ring with anybody though. I ain't gonna lie. He was only at 154 a year last year. So I think now it's been what? It's the second year. But last year was his first year at 54. So it's the second year. So he fights some big fights. He put some stuff together. They ain't gonna have no choice in a minute though. I don't think Turkey playing. He moving pretty fast right now. So I don't know, but we're gonna see soon. It's gonna be a lot of fights happening at the end of the year. We're gonna see what's going on, but yeah, I like what Boots did in his fight recently, man. He definitely showed up and showed a lot of people that he definitely can go out there and get a knockout. A lot of people say he get hit too much. Um, I know most fighters these days ain't really defensive fighters like that, except Shakur, and people say that's boring anyway. So a lot of guys is not really defensive fighters. Everybody getting touched up in most cases. I've seen all these guys get touched up in certain ways. So most people's not really defensive fighters. You know, a lot of guys can move and block shots, and Boots do a good job. He get caught certain situations, but when he moves, he definitely dodging a lot of shots. It definitely makes sense. But I think the thing that's gonna backfire is the fact that we definitely wanted to see him fight Crawford, but now everybody trying to hunt him down. Now you got Adamas and Tiafimo today put a video out saying he want to fight him. Then Tiafimo dad was in an interview saying he want to fight Boots. They want to fight Boots. Uh, you already had the Virgil Ortiz situation. They said he ducking. Then you got the Brian Norman fight that should be happening. I don't know why it's not happening. I think that fight should happen right now. I think if they don't at least try to talk about it or make it happen, you're gonna definitely miss a window. Cause I don't feel like Boots was drained. A lot of people say he was drained. I don't feel like he was drained in the fight, but not making that Norman and Boots fight happen right now is definitely that's not a good thing. They both fought around the same time. So now the perfect time to not make that happen is gonna be crazy. It is. I'm gonna be real with you. It make me question a lot of other things too. But I can't believe this fight ain't happening right now. It's the one we want to see. And it's an easy fight to make. It's the fight everybody want to see in boxing right now. Everything else get made or people already got a fight set up. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of names surrounding Bruce Ennis. Even like with Haney. I heard it last year. People were like, "Oh, Haney need to fight Boots." Well, they said they open to the fight with Boots, so people ain't really got to throw that name out there no more. They gonna start to realize he'll fight anybody. I think people be having Devin Haney name twisted up, like he ain't gonna fight anybody. He'll fight anybody. It's really like that. Yeah, he really like that. Boots Ennis too. I think Boots, from what I'm looking at right now, Boots can have a better resume than Virgil Ortiz. Virgil ain't got that many names at 47. If Boots can get a couple of names, a couple of champions, that'll be a good start. He already have better names at 47. Get to 54. But him and Conwell, that'll be a good fight though. If that fight would have happened, that would have changed a lot of things. I don't think it would have happened just because it was late in the game. Just signed with Matchroom. You just fought Abernesian. Just got the belt at 47. You might as well go to 54 after that. When you think about it, it's like you might as well go to 54. So the timing was off. But the fact that they tried to make that fight, yeah, yeah, I wasn't worried too much about Boots' future, man. He gonna be good. The next couple of years, I think Boots gonna bring some of the best fights. Everybody else ain't got matchups like that. Well, Virgil Ortiz, you can kind of see what his matchup's gonna be. But I think with Boots, you got a little more variety. Like I said, 47, Tiafimo. Because after Boots, I don't know. Like Tiafimo ain't tried to fight Brian Norman Jr., so he already turned that down. So I don't know who Tiafimo would try to fight at 47. Yeah, I don't know who he would try to fight. What's going on, man? I don't know who Boots would try to fight at 47, man. I mean, not Boots, for Tiafimo. But it'll be a good fight. It's a lot of guys at that weight class that definitely I don't know. I don't think a couple of losses will hurt him just because they already got resumes like Tiafimo, um, Devin Haney. I think Boots could still add some names on his resume as far as champions. Uh, Most of the guys at 47, all of them mostly is younger guys that haven't really fought top names yet, like a bunch. There's not a lot of people at 47. That's why you got a lot of people like Tiafimo and them showing up. But we gotta see what Barrios does. If Barrios never fights Boots, that'll make it hard. But I think he's gonna try to fight somebody else before that happens. If he still has the fight after Boots gets the third belt, then he can make that happen. But I think they're gonna try to wait till the end. But yeah, he in a good position though. I wouldn't worry too much about him. He in a good position. I know a lot of people said that he doesn't have a lot of fights. It's not a lot of people that want to fight him. I disagree. A lot of people that definitely want to fight him. More than what I seen. But yeah, I want to see what Conwell do this weekend though. Hold on, what somebody said? What's up, Tommy Dukes? He said Kid Austin said he accepted the fight with Abdullah Mason, but wants 2.5 million. Is that pricing himself out? Uh, yeah, that is pricing himself out. He ain't really real. That ain't really real. Can't say what I'm saying. That's not really real, man. It's not a real deal. He gonna fight. Abdullah Mason gonna fight. Nita Keely anyways. He's not gonna fight that guy. Kept saying that Floyd Schofield news all day. I thought that guy would have been fighting this weekend, man. Caught me off guard. Yeah, that's not really real, man. That dude pulled out of the Shakir Stevenson fight. He out here looking bad, man. I tried to warn everybody about that guy. He said Boost versus Norman is the fight I hope we get. Barrios is a level below, I think. Yeah, me too. I agree. I like Barrios. It just ain't no hype behind it at all. And I don't think the Ramos performance really helped it. So a lot of people look at him as not trash, but just not in his bag right now. So yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, I'm glad Norman actually stepped up at 47 and called Boost out like nobody else trying to. I know Stanionis finally stepped up, but maybe that was a little. I know why that was a reason why he stepped up. I know the real reason why he wanted to step up. The walls was closing in on Stanionis. Oh yeah, Tommy Dukes. It's Duggan Boots. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, people gonna say that. I mean, I ain't. People say stuff like that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Some people just love it about boxing. It is what it is. Yeah, the fans they definitely love when they can kill somebody ducking. So I don't think it's a ducking situation though, because you gotta think about it. Most 24-year-olds are not really going out looking for the smoke against one of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound. People just gotta know boxing history, bro. Like the only reason people get mad and stuff at guys like Haney and Norman, they always say, "Oh, it's because of their dad." No, it's not. No, it's not. It's because it's a young guy who's super young that want to smoke and they not used to it. They did it with Keyshawn and they did it with Shakur Stevenson, and ain't nobody seen their daddy around none. When them dudes be young like that and they want to smoke, everybody be quick to be like, "Oh yeah." They do it every time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They just do it though. It's cool. It's all good. I understand it now. I understand it, but I don't like it, but I understand it. I understand it. It is what it is. I just don't like the only thing I'm mad about, Tommy, I'm gonna be real with you. The only thing I'm upset about is where was these dudes at when everybody was trying to jump on Jaron Ennis, talking about he was ducking Virgil Ortiz. I was out here the whole time telling everybody, nah man, Jaron ain't ducking Virgil Ortiz. He just trying to fight at 47. Oh, he said he was going to 54. He ain't saying nothing about 47. Oh, he ducking. I'm like, oh man. That's the only thing I'm saying. When it comes to Terrence Crawford, when it comes to Brian Norman Jr., everybody got the energy. When it comes to Virgil Ortiz saying that Jerron Ennis ducking, everybody quiet. So I'm like, all right, man. Y'all ain't trying to have no smoke with nobody. These dudes funk faking out here, man. They let everybody say that Virgil Ortiz Jaron Ennis was ducking this man. Like most people don't know what's going on, so they could have explained it, but yeah, maximizing your words to ducking, especially these days. Tommy, ain't nobody. I don't think nobody ducking right now. 2025, ain't nobody ducking. I'm gonna be real. I mean, if Eddie Hearn involved, you're gonna have stuff like this going on, and other people as well, not just Eddie Hearn, because he has, Eddie Hearn has put on some big fights recently too, women fights and male fights. So, gotta give him credit. He definitely they put some good fights together. But this is Jaron Innocent, Brian Number would have fought yesterday if it was up to them. But they definitely don't need to build it up though. If the man is, because he looked good as far as his weight. I was telling everybody, they say he looked drained, but man, that man wasn't no weight drain. People don't know what weight drain is. That's why I said last year when people were saying the stuff about this is why it's very important to shut stuff down when people say stuff. People said everything about Devin Haney being weight drained last year. Then they said about Benavidez. Now in 2025, it became so normal. They saying, "Oh, Boots, he weight drained. He look skinny, man. He look like he need to move up to 54." That man looked skinnier than that before in a weigh in. So that he definitely was a weight drain. That's crazy though. I don't think people be paying attention to other fighters that be weight drain. I seen some guys that was very weight drained stepping on the scale. Very weight drained. But yeah, I'm telling you, Boots, he got a chance to have a better resume than all these guys. I don't know how. I mean, he doesn't have a better resume right now than Haney, but he's heavier than Haney is, so he might be able to fight a lot more of those names at like 68. Not 68, I'm tripping. I don't know. He might be able to get up there. You never know. I'm talking about like 60 and 54. He'll be able to get those type of names. 60 and 54. If it was up there, well, if things would have went different last year, he would have already been at 54. So he'll be able to go to a lot of different names that a lot of these other guys can't. But yeah, he gonna put together a resume. That's why I said the Terrence Crawford fight, it could have happened already a couple years ago, but these people was dragging their feet. That's why I blame all the media and stuff. They try to make it seem like, well, he got to leave Top Rank and he got to go do this. Man, these people been holding up the fight, all these fights. They gonna happen now though. They are going to happen now. They are definitely going to happen. You said current event starts Eubanks next week? Dang, bro. Bro, I was thinking about that before I got on here. You think Conor Ben gonna stop Eubanks? Dang. I had Eubanks, but I was thinking about changing Conor Ben today. Dang, you really think Conor Ben gonna win? By stoppage? Man, I was thinking about that before I got on here. That's crazy. That's the pick I was thinking about changing. I was thinking about changing my pick from Chris Eubanks to Conor Ben by stoppage. Crazy you said that. I can't say the reasons why, but got some good reasons why. Said turkey charging 90 for both as a bundle package. Yeah, man, that's crazy. It's not that bad because Tank just the Tank fight was crazy. It was like 89 something, 80. I don't want to lie, allegedly something around that price, whatever it was. Yeah, that's insane, man. It's not worse than the I think the Mungia and the Berlanga fight was like that though. I know that Mungia fight was same price. And that undercard, I did not like that undercard. Was it the Mungia undercard I didn't like? It was one of them. I think that Berlanga undercard was good though. He had Fulton on there, uh Caleb Plant. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, well, I don't want to see score, man. They still got that Mungia fight on there. Got a couple names they added on there though, Tommy. They got some names on there. I ain't gonna lie. They got some names on there. They got Mungia. I don't know. They got a couple names on there. I want to see that Mungia fight. If he goes out there and gets upset again, well, it might be over. Oh yeah, you got McCauley fighting again. McCauley a dog though. Can't believe that dude fighting again. Yeah, McCauley a dog. He's fighting again. Then you got Badu Jack fighting for a belt. Yeah, I think that Mungia fight the reason why they feel like it's a deal. It's not good enough to be a main event on pay per view, but I don't know. It's good enough to actually, brag about. Oh, that dude Marco Verde fighting on the undercard too. Canelo saying that he's the next great. He's supposed to be the next Canelo. Yeah, bro's supposed to be the next Canelo, so we're gonna see. Yeah, this guy's supposed to be the next Canelo, so we're gonna see what time it is. Making his debut. He said Dubois pulled out the Parker fight makes this Usyk fight. Usyk rematch not exciting. I wish Dubois had beat Parker. Yeah, I wish something would have happened with that. Um, I don't know. They already had Zhang lined up, but looking back on it, I would have put Cavill in the fight with Parker. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? I would have just put Cavill in the ring with him. They had Zhang fight Bacoli or something. But yeah, Dubois though, he's definitely locked in right now. If he can go out there and beat Usyk the second time, dude gonna be a problem, man. If he can go out there and beat Usyk the second time, bro, he's gonna be a problem. Dubois is a heavyweight. A lot of people don't want to associate with. Damn, bro, chill. What the hell? Nigga tripping. Yeah, like I was saying though. Yeah, but there's definitely some good fights coming on, man. I think this weekend a lot of people overlooking the fights that's coming on with Cameron and also Fedora Conwell fighting this weekend. Yeah, it's a lot of good fights coming on this weekend, man. Yeah, buddy tripping. Oh, let me see something. They ain't had that much news come out today. They ain't had no fight news. It ain't really nothing to talk about. I was waiting on some negotiations from Brian Norman Jr., but I don't see nothing. Hey, and yeah, y'all follow Hassan Wells on Twitter too. Hassan Wells, HASA, I mean SSANWELLSS. He got some good news on there. He stay on top of it. He was the one who really had that De Los Santos news first. So yeah, he be on it. He said Abdullah Mason sending offers at 21, bro. Stepping for real. That's funny. Schofield don't want no smoke. That's funny. You don't want no smoke. That's funny. Nah, I ain't really even paying attention to Schofield, though. I ain't gonna lie. After that Shakur Stevenson fight, I'm good on that, man. He should have fought Shakur, bro. He would have made a statement. The only thing that saved him for real is Dubois was sick. But all that capping, though, man, you can't be trying to cap and promote. And then you got stuff like that going on. Nah. And then you missed the press conference. That was a red flag, too. You can't have too much of that going on. And you missed the press conference. So, yeah, he really needed to redeem himself, man. Yeah, Schofield got to redeem himself. Boxing fans nice, man. I thought they would have been trolling him. But they let him, they believed him again and it went, bad. It ain't got nothing going on though. Oh yeah, Abdullah Mason signing with Turkey out of sheet. As he should, man. I already knew that was gonna happen. I forgot what old boy name, MMA 9 or something. He had called it though. He said Turkey was gonna get with him. I was like, this might be too early. I don't think so. He was definitely right about that. Yeah, it's crazy the names I seen lined up with Boost today though. I was like, what? I'm saying another name people ain't probably heard yet. Josh Taylor. I'm like, I don't believe that though. I mean, I think Josh Taylor would do it, and especially for the paycheck. But I'm just saying it wasn't said earlier, so I'm kind of like, nah. Yeah, yeah. Usyk ain't playing though. He ran another rematch back with the boy. I'm telling you though, the way things looking right now, and this is definitely because of the rematches. But you can give Boots rematch, not rematch, but he might have a better resume. I'm looking at something else and reading something. He can have a better resume than a guy like Usyk. If he fight all the names, and he's with Turkey out of Sheik at an early part of his career, tell you, look how Virgil Ortiz resume starting to come together right now. Virgil Ortiz career starting to come together well right now, and he's only been over there what, really, one fight you can say. It's been technically two, because the first one, with Bullshit, they had Turkey out of Sheik kind of involved, so you can say that as well. But officially won for sure. But yeah, when I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, man, you really ain't gotta worry about a Crawford fight. It could happen, but with all the hype that's going on, and then a lot of people are, like I said, starting to call him out. Once I seen Adama said something, I seen like a couple of people. I already know that Haney wanted to fight him, and uh Tiafimo was saying recently he wanted to fight him. But Josh Taylor saying something recently, and then Adamas, I'm like, oh, okay. Got new names out there now. That what's up. So to say that he's ducking the Virgil Ortiz will be very very hard to do. It'll be very hard to do. This can't be real. Ain't no way. It's real? But yeah, Turkey moving, man. Went ahead and did a deal with Casanat. Well, not Casanat, but Abdullah Mason. I keep reading stuff and saying stuff. What is this dude doing on here? I hate when Twitter be having random stuff pop up. Streaming game, crazy. Yeah, I'm like, nah, that ain't real. Haircut was crazy. I ain't seen much on that anyway fight though. I know he, I know he fighting in 2 weeks as well, but they promoted it a month ago. They ain't have much going on recently though. Yeah, you gotta make some noise though. Oh my bad, I'm tripping. Yeah, let me go through the fights this weekend. I want to see something. Man, they're not playing right now. They got Josh Padley in the ring again this weekend. I don't know how I was overlooking that. That's a nice card too. I'm gonna have to watch them fight. Yeah, I want to see those fights. You got Josh Warrington fighting this weekend. Yeah, they got a lot of names stepping in this weekend for some fights, man. Oh yeah, I ain't think that card was gonna be that strong. Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, they got a couple fights coming on. Then Sunday you got Whitaker and Frazier Clark. I can't believe Frazier Clark coming back this fast. That's how you know right now it's not a game. Dudes is turning straight around and fighting 2 months later. After getting stopped in 2 rounds, two man in 1 round. Yeah, it's not a game right now. Then you got Polanco fighting against Fabian Maldonado. It's gonna be a good fight. I don't know that anyway card might. I don't know. It could got potential to be the best one. It has the potential. From what I'm seeing right now, that's gonna be a good weekend in Boston. When is that? Yeah, that's gonna be 2 weeks, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be live the whole time for all these fights. Oh yeah, Kakashi fighting Lee Wood. Ain't Lee Wood coming back to fight him. Kurzaka's fighting Roberto Cruz. Yeah, May gonna be all right. They got some straight fights in May. Yeah, they got some good fights in May, man. But June looking weak right now. I mean, I know you got Wilder fighting, but June looks weak. May does too a little bit. I mean, they got a lot of small fights, so I rock with it a little bit. Now, Rate might lose that one fight he got though. He said, "What do you think of Ben Whitaker this weekend?" I think Ben Whitaker can lose this weekend. Um, he looks. You seen? Did you watch the Face Off? Tommy Dukes. Did you watch the sit down? Yeah, he should, but he fight like an amateur still. He ain't got enough rounds in. You seen the sit down he had with Liam Cameron? Did you see that sit down they had? I should do a reaction to it. I might do one tomorrow. The sit down was insane. Oh man, you gotta watch it, bro. When you get off of here, it's the best face off I ever seen. Uh, he looked nervous, man. They had what's the guy's name? I usually know his name. The ex boxer guy. He's an ex boxer. The black guy they usually show. Got his name. But he was doing he was the mediator. I forgot whose channel it was on. I don't know if it was. I thought it was on Boxer, but now I can't find it. They got something going on with this 12 round stuff. I gotta talk about this stuff. You heard about recently? They was talking about shutting the fight down. Yeah. You heard about recently they was talking about shutting the fight down? If if they don't agree to 12 rounds, they came out. This one guy came out talking about they agree to 12 rounds and I'm at the 10 rounds. Some YouTuber. Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, that guy. I forgot his name, but yeah, he the ex fighter. He was sitting down between them. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. They talking about canceling the fight, possibly if uh if they change the fight from 12 rounds to 10 rounds. Right now they signed for 10 rounds, but they telling everybody it's 10 rounds. Yeah, this is bad though. Oh, it's on Sky Sports. The gloves off. Ben Whitaker looks so nervous. Hey, you remember how nervous? Well, I'm pretty sure you seen the radio and the press conference they had recently. The radio interview and the press conference they had with Ben Whitaker and Liam Cameron. The fight between Liam Cameron and Ben Whitaker Sunday. Yeah, the fight between Ben Whitaker and Liam Cameron Sunday. They was talking about fighting for 12 rounds. Now they want to change it to 10, and now they doing a sit down. Yeah, I'll put it in the see if I can pull it up. See a picture of it up here somewhere. Yeah, it was good though. I watched it last night. I usually don't like those, but I enjoyed it. Man, Ben Whitaker looked scared, man. Bro, he looked so scared. He looked so scared. Like recently, he ain't been looking scared, but he's been saying some stuff like, yeah, Sunday. Man, he's been looking so scared. I'm gonna talk about it more tomorrow. But yeah, check this out. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. Yeah, this was good. He looked so nervous. The way he looks on his picture is the way he looked the whole time. Yeah, Chisora always has the best ones. I don't know why they want Chisora to retire so bad, but you know, it is what it is. Chisora always got the best ones. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but that was good though, man. I think this weekend, that's gonna be the best fight of the weekend. Ben Whitaker and Cameron. I think so. A lot of people overlooked the first time, but Ben Whitaker, man, he has, like you said earlier, though, sit on his punches a little bit. He'll be all right. But the thing about it is, I don't think his gas tank is there yet. I don't think he's built up his body yet. Um, to fight against a guy like Cameron, and he's fighting the wrong guy. I think they just picked the wrong guy at the wrong time. I don't think people really thought about it. They seen him go the distance with Lyndon Arthur, and they thought in their mind, oh, the dude, he's a cakewalk. You know, people was thinking that Lyndon Arthur's finished, and you know, Cameron, he's not that good, and yeah, he made him look bad. Once I seen the press conference and Ben Whitaker was like, yeah, you know, he's not that good, and he think he's a like Bitter Viv, and he's not that good. Once I heard him say that, I was like, yeah, he's overlooking. It's gonna go bad. So I really blame his team because you know his team didn't let him know that he was going against a real good fighter. Yeah, he was just gassed regardless. You know, he was getting hit with some nasty shots. Before they went over the ropes, he was getting beat up bad. He was getting hit with some bad shots, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to change the way he fights in this fight. It's hard to. get your stamina up just in just from the last fight. Usually, if you can have a tune up or something, you can possibly do something or try something. But for him to just go into the next fight like this, it's tough. They don't want the fight to happen. A lot of people do not want the fight to happen. Um, they think that he's making a mistake taking this fight. Um, a lot of people think he's making a mistake. A lot of promoters, everybody, they think that Ben Whitaker is making a mistake taking this fight. Especially after the last fight, they think he's done. He's a good brains. He's that big. Who's on bigger upset alert? T.O., Devin, or Ryan? I don't know, man. I like that. I like that. I like that. The sparring I seen from Rolly. Let me go ahead and play it for you real quick. Grab this video. I don't know if you seen the sparring from Rolly. Let me grab that. He has some sparring he just put out that looks good, but I don't know, man. I like Barbosa right now. If I had to pick Barbosa has some he has some he causes some problems like Cambosis. Yeah, he causes a lot of problems like Cambosis. So yeah, you definitely can't overlook that. Where's the sparring video that Rolly had recently? If they pull it up somewhere. I don't know if they're gonna show it or not. No, they ain't showing it. Yeah, but he had some good sparring recently though. I don't know where I seen it at. Yeah, Rolly had some good sparring they shown recently. Might have been on Ring. See if it was on Ring magazine. Yeah, Rolly in the gym right now. Yeah, let me go ahead and play this real quick. Yeah, me either. I'm kind of. Oh, you see people saying Barbosa? That's crazy. I ain't know people were saying Barbosa. Yeah, T.O. got to train with his pops, man. Canelo them. What T.O. wanted to do was he wanted to show up in camp with Canelo them a couple of weeks ago when he hasn't really been around. And Canelo just like, nah, we can't do this. So when Munguia was over there, Munguia went over there with Canelo them. He never left. And Tiafimo, he left and tried to go train with Freddie Roach. Man, I don't want to criticize him too much, but he ain't serious about training with Canelo them. A lot of these guys ain't serious about training with Canelo them. They ain't trying to train hard like that. So that's why Canelo was like, "No, I'm not finna put my name on that. I'm finna let everybody know that I am not working with I'm not working with Tiafimo right now." Yeah, I'm trying to find that picture or that video. I seen something with Ryan recently where he was on the heavy bag or something. They were talking about him not having his hands up. Oh yeah, here it go. Finally found it. He's definitely off balance. He still got the power though, you know. Still got the power though. But I still see Ryan. Man, if Rolly able to land something, yeah, he could do some damage, bro. But yeah, him trying to swing like that with Ryan, bro. I mean, it's 50-50. You can flip a coin. It's just too much risk when it comes to Rolly, bro. He said, "Why would Canelo want T.R. Ryan under the same roof? I knew that wasn't going to be a circus. Canelo's still a real fighter." Nah, they ain't want nobody they don't want to train with him, man. Dude's trying to cut corners. They ain't trying to train for real like that. He said Eddie Reynoso has a ton of so yeah, you know how that goes. Went down, Eddie came in jail. Like, look, yeah, a lot of these trainers owe that. These dudes millionaires because of these guys. That's why he went and got it. He's like, hey, I'm a millionaire because of this guy. They like Drake and that 40 dude. They like Drake and 40. Yeah, Ryan gonna catch him with that left hook. Yeah, he's definitely gonna catch him. Yeah, he definitely gonna catch him. From what I seen recently, yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat him. And I seen him on the heavy bag recently, man. You know, he has the power, so dude's still dangerous. Yeah, it's crazy. Definitely has the power though. What's going on, Adder Pal? What's up, man? Yeah, I know, man. They got that Mungia fight. They was like, "Hey, we're just gonna throw that Mungia fight up on there with Rolly and uh the Inaway." Then the Inaway fight is Sunday. The Inaway fight included. I wonder if the Inaway fight's included as well. It's Sunday for 90. They definitely should do that. Dang, it ain't on there. Ain't Top Rank said they was working with them. Dang, that suck, man. ESPN still trying to get their money. I'll be glad when they leave ESPN. Whenever the official date they leave ESPN, I'll be glad. Yeah, they should have added that in the bundle, man. I mean, the undercard for Canelo is okay. It's good. Um, yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's good names on there, but I don't know, man. William Skull ain't really no big name, bro. It's like the weakest name he's had recently. Yeah, it would have been bad. It would have been struggle. He would have struggled with by himself. It's not really a lot of hype around William Skull. It's hard to push that guy. It's hard to push William Skull. He's such a fan. Like the last two things I seen from William Skull, he was talking about how Canelo was a top 3 pound for pound fighter. Then before that, he was saying how he grew up watching Canelo like as one of his favorite boxers or whatever. And I'm like, bro, these dudes the same age almost. I'm like, bro, this is insane, bro. I understand that he probably I don't know. Maybe he haven't seen that much professional boxing growing up and but that's still insane though. Yeah, hopefully, man, we can get that Friday fight along. A lot of people just want to see the Friday fight and that's it. Because they trying to throw Mungia fight on there, but I mean we'll watch it, but that undercard just ain't strong enough for me, man. Yeah, they is. Friday got some good fights. Yeah, they got some good fights on Friday. And it's on Friday. Not this Friday, but you know. Yeah, those some good fights, man. I feel like that Barbosa fight could have been a main event fight. That Barbosa and Tiafimo. A lot of people like that Ramirez and Haney fight though. That's a good fight. Yeah, they're gonna be like, forget it, I'll just get the whole thing. Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah, you're gonna be tempted because once you get that fight, you probably gonna want to see the Canelo fight. So it's gonna be a good deal. And that's probably like the first of its kind. So yeah, it's gonna be something new. Yeah, they're gonna love it. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I can get the Ryan fight and Canelo together. That'll be insane. Though that is a good idea, marketing scheme. I'm not gonna lie, the fact that the way y'all are talking about it, it makes it sound a little cooler than what it is. Because if you could tell fans that you can buy the Ryan fight and Canelo fight together, they'll be like, oh yeah. But when they don't know is it's a subscription already, so if they don't have the fight already or the subscription. Oh yeah, that was cap. That was cap. That was cap. That was cap. I ain't know if it was real or not. It's definitely cap. I don't think that's good news on because I seen if you look back at the press conference, I didn't notice it until I watched the press conference like for a second or third time because I kept stopping it then going back. But Ramirez was huge, man. You know, Devin Haney, that's the skinniest I've seen him, or smallest I've seen him recently in between fights. But Ramirez he was huge. He was fat. Not chubby, but fatter than what he usually is. So I definitely think it's cap. I think it's just I don't know. I don't want to say we're far out right now. It is 2 weeks, a little bit under 3 weeks, but maybe Ramirez having some trouble right now. Yeah, me too, bro. Al, you ain't lying. It would have looked bad by alone. Al, I think it would have did probably. I don't know, man. He got Munguia on there. It ain't that many. It ain't that many names on there. I just looked at it. Not that many names. People might think it's a lot of names on there. It's not that many names. You got Munguia, you got Bacoli, and then Bacoli just lost. I think it's still a good fight between him and FA though. I think it's a good fight. I think a lot of fans will tune in. It's a nice variety on here. You got Badu Jack. But yeah, that card would have by itself going up against the Ryan Garcia card. That's why I was telling people a lot last year, Al. I was like, Ryan Garcia is gonna start putting on bigger fights than Canelo, just from him being on certain cards. That star power gonna start to take over a little bit. Yeah, it would have been bad, bad. That would have been a horrible card. It would have been a horrible card because it's less than because the the Bivol and Bitterbill card had better fights, and the main event was better. This main event was horrible. That dude Skull go out there and surprise us with Canelo. I wouldn't even believe it. I think it's AI or something. This dude Skull goes out here and does anything spectacular. I'm gonna be shocked, especially after that last fight. The way he spit out his mouthpiece, I can't lie. Devin versus Ryan match at the end of the year just be lit. Yeah, it's gonna be like October or something like that. It's gonna be a good fight, bro. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good fight. I can't lie. The last fight was live. The last fight was hype, man. Really, the fans kind of saved that fight because the week before the fight, a lot of people was like, cancel it. I think the last couple of days, that Friday, that's when people started to get hype about the fight. Yeah, he looked so mediocre, man. He looked trash. Yeah, he would. He'll be fighter of the year. Still, whoever does like stay at that weight class though, I think Ryan and Devin and all those guys, Tiafimo, they still gonna have some tough fights though. With so many guys at 47, you still got Norman Jr. down there, who Tiafimo could have fought. Still gonna be a lot of names they're gonna have to get past. So I think a lot of those guys still gonna run into trouble. But the Ryan and Haney fight, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good fight. Yeah, Skull looked mediocre, man. That fight was so boring, man. It wasn't boring because I don't know. It was boring, man. It was bad. Yeah, not even $20 for that one. I can't do it. The other one was $20. I know one of those fights was like $15. Yeah, it could possibly. Yeah, it could possibly be. I know Ramirez looked huge recently. It's a lot of guys that's starting to blow up. I think they starting to get their weight together a lot better. Being active. I think being active is helping a lot of guys, especially like Boots. I think being active helped Boots out. With Ryan being out a year, I think he'll be all right. But yeah, it still might play a part certain situations. But I think he'll be all right. Rolly has been active recently, a lot more active too. But I don't think that's gonna play a part. Barbosa been active too, and Barbosa just fought like because he fought on the Ryan and Haney card. He fought twice since then. Yeah, but Skull looked mediocre versus Vladimir, man. He looked trash. But yeah, at 47, it looked like a lot of guys is big at 47. Even Stanley Jonas, when he was at when he fought Boost this weekend, he looked big when he was at the weigh in. He looked still looked like he had some size on him. Yeah, I know, every 5 years. That's why it's crazy when these dudes stay in the same weight class for like 10 years. I'm like, bro. I mean, if you can do it, I mean, why not? Especially if it's big names. If you can do it, if it's still gonna be big names in one weight class, there's no reason to move on then. But yeah, guys, every 5 years, you definitely got to move up. But a lot of guys do it for big fights, uh, chasing belts, undisputed. It happens a lot. Starting to happen a lot more too since Canelo. Like I said, Canelo he made jumping weight classes cool again. You know, a lot of guys went jumping weight classes like that for a minute, so he definitely made that a thing again. Now everybody wants to jump weight class. They feel like they have to in order to get certain credit. And you know, a lot of guys they don't feel like they need to, but that's kind of the standard in certain ways. Yeah, I know it's not even the average weight for that size. Yeah, that's the crazy part. That's not even the average weight. Yeah, that's why when I look at his amateur stuff, I'm like, man, he looks skinny. Tall too, good reach. You know, T.O. he looks the same size. Put on more muscle, but overall about the same. Oh yeah, we got Bakary fighting this weekend too. We got he fighting this weekend, Bakary, and yeah, they got some names up here. Yeah, hopefully they let us watch this weekend. Okay. What date is this? What date is this? Let me see real quick. All right. Oh, give me a minute. Looking at something. Yeah, we got a huge surprise coming on this weekend. So, well, actually, will it start? Let me see. We got actually a huge surprise coming up. I want to say tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. Should be tomorrow. We'll figure it out. 17. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have a surprise. Tomorrow I think we're gonna check some things out. So don't miss it. If y'all see me live tomorrow, I'm gonna have something set up. A lot of people ain't looking at, but it's gonna be something I'm gonna tune into tomorrow. So if you see something tomorrow, it's gonna be cool. Trust me. A lot of people are overlooking it. Like I said, boxing's it's starting now. Fight lots of 5-5 guys, but they're gain weight fighting. Yeah. I know. He fought before he fought Fortuna. He was going to fight. Yeah, man. Y'all, if y'all want to be a member for $1, I got some stuff coming out on members only channel. I'm gonna be putting out, and it's kind of what Al was talking about too. But um, he was planning to fight. What's that one guy? Al. Oh, I'll tell you another one too. Ryan Garcia was planning to fight Manny Pacquiao after the Devin Haney fight. If he wouldn't have got suspended, he was gonna end up fighting Manny Pacquiao. So when you say he fights a lot of guys who's 5'5", that was the guy he was gonna fight next after Haney. He was planning to fight he was planning to fight Manny Pacquiao. And people would say, "Oh, you're lying. How do you know that?" Well, technically, if you want me to show you proof, Manny Pacquiao and Ryan fought the same guy. Well, they were supposed to fight the same guy. I know Manny Pacquiao fought that Japanese guy and got beat up pretty bad. And then Ryan signed to fight him. And then he pulled out of the fight. But yeah, Manny and Ryan was planning to fight the same guy and fight each other. Yeah, Manny old. Yeah, Manny he ain't been active, man. He looked rusty his last fight. Then he don't have the same kind of trainers around him. I don't know if he's still working with Freddie Roach. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the crazy part. Yeah, Manny beat the brakes off of him. He will beat the brakes off of him. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao was like, yeah, I got Ryan winning the fight. I was like, huh? I was like, that's crazy. I was like, that's wild. Yeah, but Manny definitely if he doesn't fight Barrios, I don't know. That could be something that could happen, but I think since Ryan signed with Turkey, I think it's a wrap on the Manny thing. I think ever since he got suspended, plans definitely changed. That suspension kind of hurt him. Well, it definitely hurt him as far as that fight. But yeah, that's something I want to see. But I want to see how Ryan adjusts to 147 though. He gonna have some trouble as far as 47. Those guys are naturally stronger, and he's such a smaller guy. You know, Barrios, he was at least at like 140 for a long time. Ryan coming up from 35, I just don't know. Those guys now at 47 are a little bigger than they usually are. You know, a guy like Boots, he's not standing on this. He's not the same size as Danny Garcia. Yeah, not all that. I like him though. I think he's a legit fighter. But Yeah, he got to catch you on a good day though. Definitely on a good day. But he always shows up though. Barrios definitely he always shows up. Yeah, but I think he's limited in a lot of situations. And that Abel Ramos fight definitely didn't made him look bad, Al. I told people Abel Ramos was coming to fight, bro. He's 33 years old, never been a champion. He almost stopped Barrios. I was scared. I had a parlay on Barrios. I was shook. I was like, oh my God. I think I bet that it was going 12. I think I bet on Barrios to win too. But I was like, oh man. Yeah, Ryan fighting Rolly at 147. Marquez said he don't like the WBA giving Ryan a chance to fight for a title at 147. But if he gonna step up and fight these big names, then let him fight. Yeah, 47. Yeah, it's definitely looking like that right now. Them last two fights, Al, I'm like, that Maidana fight. I don't know, man. You can say he almost got fight stopped in his last two fights. And that's my dog too. He one of my favorites, but he almost got stopped in the last two fights though. The last two fights, I'm like, man. The Maidana one, it was close. I know he tried to get a stoppage. But that Ramos fight, yeah, it got ugly for a minute. It got bad, man. If he don't fight man, he has to fight Boots though. If he don't fight Boots, he definitely a gatekeeper. If that man don't fight Boots or anybody significant, he needs to fight somebody at least that will get the belt off of him. I thought that him versus Norman would be a good fight. But no, I would definitely want to see Barrios versus Boots. But if he don't fight, if Barrios don't fight him, man, that's the way it looks like. I'm not gonna say he'll duck because Barrios do want to smoke, but yeah, you gotta make that happen though. Because I don't think from now until later, I mean, it probably will be a bigger name. But to be real with you, maybe Barrios says, you know what, I'll just fight somebody like Ryan Garcia. That'll be a bigger fight. I've heard people around him say that they need to build up the Boost fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't like. I heard people around Barrios say, yeah, we need to build that fight up. And they said that recently too. I'm like, what? Build a fight up. Man, Boost trying. Bro, do y'all know that Boost is trying to make 147 right now? He ain't all the way weight drained, but we're not trying to wait until he's weight drained and try to make Mario Barrios fight. No, they need to go ahead and make that fight now. Barrios is not young either. I think he just turned 30 or he's about to turn 30. So yeah, make that fight happen. But yeah, Barrios probably weighing his options right now. He has a lot of big names associated with him. Pacquiao, a lot of names. He already said the fight Virgil's gonna happen. That's the fight right there. Yeah, that Virgil fight gonna happen. Yeah, that Virgil fight gonna happen. I think that's towards the, and I hate to say this, it's towards the end because it's not happening now. If they was in the same weight class, the fight would have happened already. If Virgil Ortiz was still at 147, him and Boots would have fought already. But Virgil Ortiz can't make 47 and Boots can, so it's not Boots' fault that Virgil Ortiz can't make 47 no more. Even if Virgil Ortiz was at 47, he would still fight at 40. I mean, if he could make 47, he would fight at 47. if he could. Yeah, Floyd Schofield. That's crazy. They real. Yeah, I knew it, man. I knew Floyd Schofield. I tried to warn everybody recently. I was like, man, Floyd Schofield, he gonna make his son look bad. And shout out to Diamond Prince Christian. The reason why I look bad, Diamond, is because people feel like Floyd Schofield got some skills. You know what I'm saying? And his dad to be out here pump faking like that ain't cool, bro. With the Shakur fight and now this, I think the Shakur fight was bad though. I know he was sick, so I don't know. He gonna lose. People gonna stop believing him in a minute. He's trying to hype up fights. He don't have to hype up. Yeah, he's hyping up too many fights. He don't really gotta hype up like that. He said, yeah, that hype will end right now. Either of them, yeah. Yeah, I think they got right now with Boost and First Ortiz, they got so many names around them that they don't really have to fight each other right now. I mean, it could happen. I'll watch it right now. But it don't have to happen right now because that's why I put all these pictures up here because all these names, even Josh Taylor said something today. Well, I don't know if it was today, but even Josh Taylor said something about fighting Boots. I was like, whoa. But I don't think that'll happen because Josh Taylor just got to 47. I don't know. That would just be a waste of time to weigh in, to be real. I wouldn't weigh in for that. But these other fights, yeah, they want to fight him. Do you like what Turkey is doing with his TKO league? Yeah, I think the TKO league is pretty good. The reason why is because I forgot the names I had mentioned recently, but oh, you requested off for May 2nd, 3rd, 4th? Yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend. It's gonna be a good weekend. The reason why I said the TKO league is gonna be good because guys like what's the guy's name? Josh Padley that just fought Shakur Stevenson. Um, Guys like him and the guy who knocked out Munguia and other guys, they didn't really have a job or a real career as far as in boxing to the point where they could quit their day job or their 9 to 5. So I think that's gonna help guys like that out. It's gonna work, trust me. It's gonna be a it's gonna work out, trust me. It's gonna be a huge reason why it works out. Yeah. I'm gonna try to make some things happen tomorrow. I'm gonna see if it works. Um, but yeah, I think the league's gonna work though. It's just another place for guys that need a job to box, man. That's it. That's how I kind of look at it. Just guys that need somewhere to really box. Yeah, man. It definitely needs a change. I definitely got something special coming up tomorrow, Tommy. So check out the tomorrow. Watch out for the channel tomorrow. I'm gonna definitely have something special. The change you're talking about is gonna start tomorrow. Just throw it out there. You probably don't know what I'm talking about right now, but you'll see what I'm talking about tomorrow. The change you're talking about is definitely coming tomorrow. Right now they're starting to do a lot of things like as far as what UFC was doing. Yeah, it's gonna be a surprise for everybody. They don't know what's going on tomorrow, but he said Rolly trash. Yeah, the way Rolly was boxing recently, he looked all right as far as the sparring, but I've been a fan of Rolly in the past, but not too excited about Rolly, bro. To be honest with you, the reason why I'm not too high on the Rolly and Ryan fight is because Rolly and Ryan are friends, and it seems like Rolly don't want to take his head off. He's kind of like making jokes about Haney more than Ryan. I'm like, bro, you know you fighting Ryan, right? Not Haney. So I'm like, this dude right here, man, he's not even locked in. But it looked like he locked in the last fight. Cause I think a lot of people said something about it. So the last press conference they had, that's when Ryan was like, I'm gonna knock you out, I promise you. I promise you. Yeah, I think it's 50-50 too. That's when Ryan was like, I promise you, I'm gonna knock you out, I promise you. I was like, oh man, starting to get feisty now. That's when Rolly was just standing there looking. Yeah, so I definitely think Rolly's locked in though. He knows he's not the smartest guy in the world, but I think he knows his career is in that place where he has to show up. And this was a fight that was supposed to happen before Haney and Ryan fought. So this is a fight they've been trying to get out of the way for a long time. Believe it or not. So this is the real reason why this fight is happening. You remember last year they tried to have Floyd tried to get Ryan to fight Rolly instead of Haney. Said Haney wasn't a draw, allegedly. I think I still gotta do a video about that. Yeah, so a lot of the real so that's a big reason why this fight is happening. But yeah, I actually think that Rolly has a puncher's chance though. Rolly Ryan can box. But Rolly just got that Rolly got that power though, bro. Rolly got that power. Rolly has some power. Everybody knows Rolly has some power. Tiafimo just said he got Ryan winning for sure. But the one thing Tiafimo said recently, Tiafimo said he has Rolly winning for sure. I mean Ryan winning for sure. But he said Rolly got power, man. He said Rolly power can knock anybody out. That's the only reason we said that, Tommy. Rolly got that power, bro. Yeah, you're right. And they wanted, and Haney them wanted to fight Ryan first. Uh, in the fight that's coming up in a couple of weeks, they actually wanted to fight him actually this weekend, but because you know Ryan's suspension it ends on the 20th, so they was gonna fight him April 20th this Sunday, but Ryan wants to wait till October, so it would have been real good if they would have got that fight out of the way though. That would have been some big news. If they would have got that fight out of the way right now, would have been big. He said got the Canelo paycheck first, then got his next biggest paycheck, trying to get the biggest paychecks. Yeah. Yeah, I would have did mine like Berlanga though. I'm not gonna lie, Al, I would have did like Berlanga. I don't know, man. Berlanga got a lot of money. I don't want to count everybody's pockets, but the way Berlanga was, man, it seemed like he got more money than Plant got to fight Canelo. Probably got the same, but who knows? Nah, he wouldn't have been as valuable. And he had that belt for undisputed. You said I want to see who really gonna step up and fight Boots. Yeah, I think all these people on this picture is gonna be available to fight Boots. It's just that Boots has so many options right now. I want to see the Norman fight, but I'm gonna be real with you. Boots has so many options. If I say, hey man, Boots finna fight Virgil Ortiz or Teofimo or Haney or Adamas or even Charles Conwell, I mean, we'll watch him fight all these guys. So it depends, man. He at 147. I don't know if he gonna fight Teofimo. They say that's something that Turkey Al Sheik had lined up, but that's what Teofimo's talking like that's gonna happen next. He's talking like Boots is gonna fight next. I mean, that could happen, but they have had talks about it, so that could happen. Yeah, would have liked to have Boots and Crawford. Me too. Me too, man. I kind of blame PBC for that one. PBC should have made a move early. When they was doing the Wilder fights with Crawford, not Crawford, but when they was doing the Wilder and Fury fights, PBC should have made a move with Bob Arum with the Crawford fight. The building up the fights, it's stupid because I'm gonna tell you why it's stupid. They build up the Crawford and Spence fight, but they didn't build up the Morrell and Benavidez fight. They could have waited 2 more years on Morrell and Benavidez. They like, oh, let's hurry up and make this fight. Then they rushed. They made the Morrell and Benavidez fight before Tank fought. He said, Renova gonna dub. T.O. gonna dub. He said, I think T.O. had ducked one time already, though. They asked him last year, and he was like, he ain't sound like he wanted to fight him. Yeah, all them guys want Boots, though. I think all them dudes want Boots. I ain't gonna. That's why I said Adamas. When Adamas' name popped up today, I don't know if y'all seen that. Let me pull it up. When Adamas' name popped up today, I was like, because I seen Adamas talking, and he said this part first. He was like, the world is changing. We have a champion who's only brave because of X. Then I read about someone after one win can supposedly beat everyone at 154 and 160 like it's a TV series. Enough already. I thought he was talking about Janovic. I'm like, oh, he's talking about Janovic. Then the guy from Cigar Talk, Najee, he said, respectfully, good brother, Boots will beat you. And he said, well, what power is he going to stop me? He makes those comments for publicity. And I was like, they talking about Boots? Man, they trying to. I'm like, he talking about Boots? Man, this dude talking about Boots. Then I seen Josh Taylor today calling out Boots. I'm like, bro, this look like some clout chasing. I'm like, this look like some clout chasing. Hold on, where is it at? Oh yeah, Josh Taylor want to fight Boots Ennis, man. And the crazy part is all those guys are with or associated with Eddie Hearn or had a fight over there before. Yeah, Josh Taylor tripping. Look at him. He said it today. I ain't got into it yet. Josh Taylor. You said Adamas got too much power. He used to be at 54. And he fought J-Rock recently. I mean, J-Rock would know better than anybody. If it's possible. He been in the ring with him. He from Philly, so he would know. He said Rocket full of everybody else should be talking. He said everybody else should be talking. uh, he said Josh Taylor wear it off though. I don't know. He haven't fought that many southpaws, I don't think, man. I seen somebody recently, I forgot who it was. Somebody recently was struggling with a southpaw. I think they won too. I forgot who it was. Yeah, that's a good question. Was it him? I don't think it was him. Yeah, I had asked that question recently. I was like, how many southpaws has he fought? I don't remember too many southpaws, man. Cause I know Villa wasn't no southpaw. I don't think Delorme or Lipinets is southpaw. Yeah, so I haven't seen too many southpaws against Boots. Avernesian is not southpaw either. Yeah, it's not a lot of southpaws, man. Oh, he ain't fought Van Herden. He fought Van Herden when he was a southpaw. That was in 2020. Um, yeah, that was the last guy. Dang, that ain't good. He probably need to get another southpaw in the ring with him. Only one in that long? That's a long time. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he is southpaw. He switched. Moose didn't seem to have that much power in his recent fight, and all that. So was not surprised. Plus, then they ain't really fought nobody. Nah, he ain't fighting nobody. I was talking about that before the fight happened. I was like, he ain't really fought nobody. And I'm gonna be honest with you too, Al. In that Gabriel my straight fight, I thought he could have lost that fight. I thought he was gonna lose. Halfway through the fight, I thought he was gonna lose. I wasn't impressed when I seen that fight live. I wasn't impressed. And then in this fight with Boots, he wasn't jabbing at all. He was. You seen how Stanionis was getting close to Boots and he didn't grab or he didn't punch. He was cutting off the ring, but he wasn't punching. I never seen anything like that. He was so scared to punch. He didn't want to get counter punched. Yeah, Boots gonna be strong at 54. Yeah, he was tripping. He said Taylor was one of the few I ain't like that ain't Ukraine. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Josh Taylor want to smoke. That's how I know he's telling the truth about this Boots Ennis fight. He definitely want to smoke. I didn't think he was good enough to fight Crawford. I thought they was setting him up with that one. Um, but I definitely feel like he's a good fighter though. He looked good in his last fight against Tiafimo and Catterall. You know, I think a lot of people was looking at Catterall as as I watched that fight a lot more, Josh Taylor was putting in work in that fight. I don't think they give him credit as far as that one. He was putting in work. But yeah, he is. Josh Taylor definitely put in a lot of work. I wouldn't be surprised I see Catterall go up to 47 soon. He's another guy that's at 140 is kind of borderline, man. He kind of blows up a little bit. Definitely might be a little stronger at 47. When all your power's gone like that, that usually plays a part. Definitely plays a part. But yeah, tomorrow is gonna be huge, man. Tomorrow is gonna be huge. You guys are gonna be surprised by what you see tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna let everybody know since they in here right now. Well, tomorrow, well, I'm gonna be going live for Where is it at? If y'all don't know, go ahead and grab this picture so I can show you guys. I know y'all never seen anything like this. So everybody who got the zone tomorrow, that Grand Prix tournament for WBC and Turkey on the Sheet will be starting tomorrow. This tournament will be starting tomorrow. So anybody who wants to watch this tournament or anything like that, let me know. But we will be tuning in. This tournament will be tomorrow, and we will definitely watch this. Um, I think a lot of people are overlooking this, but this will be tomorrow. This is huge. So when Tommy Dukes was talking about earlier, this is what's being overlooked right now. I'm about to look up some things tonight, see who's how the people are rated and who's good, and I'm gonna probably look at a couple people, see who's good and who's not. I think they're gonna start with probably like featherweight tomorrow. If I had to guess, I think they're gonna start with the lowest weight class and then move up. Yeah, start with the lowest weight class and move up. That makes sense. But yeah, this starts tomorrow though. So we will be watching this. It's gonna be on the zone. Sponsored by the WBC. Yeah, this is huge right here. We need something like this. And a lot of people were saying we needed something like this for a while. It has the featherweight, super middleweight, I mean not super middleweight, super lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight, 32 boxers, 6 rounds, 64 fights, fighting for 200K. Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Yeah, this is something I'm definitely looking forward to. Hopefully they do everything the right way. Um, I had a time earlier. I don't know what the time is now. Okay. They say it's gonna be at 3 p.m., but we'll see, man. Pull this up so people can see where to watch it. Yeah, if they would have had if they would have had something like this when Boots first got in the game, yeah, he would have went crazy. Yeah, so this is coming on tomorrow. They say 3 p.m. We gonna see, man. A lot of people not really checking for this. But I watch boxing all the time. All the time. When I say I watch boxing all the time, I watch boxing all the time. So this is another thing that a lot of people been wanting to see. A tournament. So yeah, you definitely gotta check in and watch this. It's gonna be on the zone tomorrow though. A lot of people not really talking about it, but it's a big deal. Said they'll be doing open scoring after the second and fourth round. This is cool. Open scoring too. A lot of people been talking about this. It will consist of 5 stages. Um, Listen to this. They said the boxing Grand Prix will consist of 5 stages. The first stage is about to start. The following will be in June, August, October, and December. People will be saying, "What you talking about?" So what they're gonna do is it's gonna be the first round. Then the 32 round is gonna be in June. Then the 16 round is gonna be in August. Eighth round in December, and I guess final four or whatever that'll be in December. Yeah, it's gonna be a good way to push boxing though. This is a game changer. But just because this is happening tomorrow, the fact that this setup is happening tomorrow, man, I might have to get off here early. But yeah, I'm gonna be on here tomorrow for this fight tomorrow. I'm gonna break down. I don't know. It's a lot of fights. How many fights they have tomorrow? But they're gonna do the fight every day. It's gonna be a fight on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So they're gonna do it every day. Even when the other fights are on, these fights are gonna be going on. So no fights coming on tomorrow. I'm gonna see how good it is. If it doesn't come on until 3, I thought it was gonna come on till 8, but it says 3. If it comes on at 3 p.m. and I have some time, I'm probably gonna even if I gotta do it on my phone, I'll probably just break down some fighters or whatever. Whoever's on the fight card. Because a lot of people don't really know these people who's on the card to actually fight. Yeah, you really don't know these names. Looks like they have tickets for sale to go to this thing though. Yeah, this tournament is gonna be in Saudi Arabia, so this is not a basic tournament. They're gonna have this tournament all week in Saudi Arabia. They're gonna promote this to the highest level. Yeah, let me try to go back into this because they had the schedule for the fighters. I can't even find it. I'll find it when I look back though. But this is gonna turn out well though, man. Yeah, this is gonna be a very good tournament. Yeah, I was trying to find a list of names for these fighters. Well, yeah, this is a big deal right here. And it's a lot of pro fighters too. These aren't amateurs. These are guys who, let's just say if it's a fighter that just going to this tournament and start knocking people out, we ain't never heard of him. He looks like the real deal. You're gonna have Turkey Al Sheik and Dana White say, "Hey, we need to definitely do something with this guy. Who is this?" They're gonna find out who that guy is, and don't be surprised you see him in some more fights sooner or later. So yeah, this is definitely a good game plan for guys like this. At this point in boxing too, Yeah, this point in time in boxing, you definitely want to have a tournament like this. This way, Dana White ain't gonna have no problem finding certain fighters that he wants to pick from. I really think he'll have no issues. And this is why it's happening now. And I've already heard about I don't know why I can't find the names that I just seen, but this is better. I've already heard about the weights. If you come in and you're like 2.5 pounds over, they'll let you slide. If you're 2.5 pounds over, they'll let you slide. But they got a lot of people stepping in though. A lot of big names. People from each country. Yeah, this is gonna be a good tournament. And they putting it all on the line. I mean, they're professionals, so it should count as a pro fight. So they all putting it on the line. Yeah, this is something I never seen before. Oh, so it comes on at 8 a.m. All right, bet. That's in a couple hours. All right, cool. That means I'm gonna have to holler at y'all. We will be watching this tomorrow. Well, in the morning. I'm gonna holler at y'all guys later on. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Y'all can tap back in with me tomorrow. I'm gonna try to watch this live and we're gonna do a review on it. But I appreciate everybody for coming through though. But tomorrow, well, in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it looks like this tournament will be starting. So we'll see. If it's not starting by that time, then you can check back at 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. But this looks like the real thing, and I gotta prepare for it. So I'm not probably gonna be able to do a breakdown as far as everybody, but or a summary. So I'm just gonna prepare for the broadcast or the stream. But this is gonna go on for 4 days. I think this is gonna be very important. A lot of people might not tune in, so if you want to be early on something and catch some people early where you ain't gotta go back and find out who these people are 3 years from now, 2 years from now, might be something where you can get the inside scoop on some people. Especially some guys that Turkey on the Sheet might be having on undercards or Dana White, anybody else. Never seen nothing like this before. So this is the first of its kind. We had Super Six before and stuff like that, but this is a little different. It's a lot more put together too. They got different judges and like they said, no possibility of a draw, instant replay, open scoring. Um, you got 128 boxers, 4 different weight classes, featherweight, uh, they say medium weight, I think they middleweight, super lightweight, heavyweight. So yeah, it's gonna be a good fight card. But it comes on tomorrow though. So I'm trying to tune in tomorrow in the morning. So if you guys see me, that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. But I appreciate everybody for coming through.